This unit is one of our stainless steel stackers. It's electric power lift. It's got a battery pack inside powering the hydraulics, and this can lift and tip lots of different sizes of drums. So we'll start off with this 200 litre steel open top, and we're going to tip it into that stainless drum there. So we wheel the drum forward, so the clamping band goes around the drum. We then fasten a ratchet strap around the front of the drum. It actually fastens onto this front door there. Next thing we do is we tension this band, this ratchet strap around the drum. So make sure the drum is touching, the band is actually touching the drum. You can see that. Leave the brakes off so you can pull the unit forward if necessary. And you can push these arms in to make sure it's a nice comfortable fit. We grab hold of the ratchet strap here and pull the slack out. So keep this in this right hand, nice and tight. Then we operate the ratchet and we just literally, not too hard. We want to pull it so it's nice and firm, but we don't want the drum indenting too much. And then we put it in the park position. Then this is the rim clamp. This can be adjusted by taking this pin out. There's holes here and we can adjust this up and down. It's got a slot in there which enables us to bring it under the lip. This bit folds over the top and then you spin this nut down. It's quite a way to spin it because we were on the Mauser drum before. Now keep these pulled together and then tension that up. Again, it doesn't have to be too tight, it's nice and secure. And that's it, it's clamped round, it's grabbed hold of the top rim and we're ready to lift and tip. On the back here we have the control panel, so we can press lift. Then manoeuvre the unit forward towards the drum. Now if you leave the steering straight and don't put the brakes on, this enables us to actually push the unit forward, because when we start tipping we might need to adjust the amount of throw we have on the drum. Then we wind this gearbox handle here and this will tip the drum. See, like now we can literally just pull the unit back a little bit. And that's it. The band on this model is adjustable, so we can actually adjust these arms, so both the arms move in. And we can adjust the band at the back to change the circumference. And this will do sort of the 120, 80 litre and 50 litre drums also. Next thing to do, we're going to take the drum out. Leave this connected. Take the ratchet strap in your hand. You pull this inner lever. See where my thumb is there? Just pull that inner lever out. Grab it with this hand, keep the lever pulled out, and then all the way back. Then push it forward just to give yourself some slack. So you see that the band is slack. So we go around the front, disconnect, then put this onto there, stops it trailing on the floor. Then we keep this pushed together and just undo the nut. This is all stainless, so if it gets any sort of adhesive or sticky material on, just put it in the parts washer. So just spin that off and we lift it down And that's it, away we go. I've now clamped the band around this slippy plastic drum. We have the rim clamp here, fixed to the top, and this stops it sliding in the clamp. It's full of water, so let's lift it. Again, leave the brakes off, keep the steering straight. Then we tip the handle here. Again, you can just pull the unit back a little bit. Get every last drip out of it. We also do power rotation models. This is obviously a manual gearbox unit. Next drum I'm going to show you is one of the Mauser range, so it's a 120 litre Mauser, and often people find them difficult to pick up, but with this adjustability we can easily do any of that types of drum. Okay, I'm going to show you how to adjust for different drums. So you see in the band here you have holes here, you have these pins. So when we set the band in this position, it's for 200 litre drums, 180, 120, 80 and 50. So to move to this drum, we're on 200 litres at the minute, we need to pull an arm in, so we actually pull this arm in here, so just to reduce the diameter. We remove these pins, we take hold of that plate and that plate, and we just move it into the next position. Then we refit the pins, and that's it. We now push forward into the drum. You can see the band goes all the way around the drum. The pivots should be in line. So this pivot and the gearbox pivot should be right in the center line of the drum, which it is, so that's fine. We then connect the ratchet. We pull the slack out here, and then we tension it around the drum. Then we can set the height of this, so this goes underneath the lip. We'll show you a close-up of this side a bit later in the video. So we set the height, and we lift this under. This goes over the top. Hold them together and spin down the wing nut, and that's it. The band is tight, the rim clamp is holding, and we're going to lift this and tip it into another drum. Okay, we've now got the Mauser clamped in there, so let's press lift. You can see with our units that they have a lot of reach. So you can see the wheels are stopped here, and this is quite a short drum, but we have lots of reach past the front wheels. And this enables us to tip the drum at a nice steep angle and still get all the contents into the drum or the vessel. We're now looking at the rear control panel of the unit. First thing we do, take the cover off, put the key in, turn the key to the on position. We have a battery meter here so we can read how much battery charge. Keep this charged up at all times. Then we have our e-stop, so to stop any function, push that down. That cancels all the power to the unit. To reset, bring up, and the unit's powered up. Here we have two buttons, so we have lift, you can see the arrow here, there's lift, carriage goes up, let go, it stops, and this one is lower. These are vents, which actually vent the back panel. And on the side here, just on this right hand side, we have the battery charging connection point.